Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back and some of you for the first time to the Full Sport Press Podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. Before we get started, I am J Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Weezy is back in the building. Say what's up, Weezy.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all?
Ring light, bringing some shit to light, ain't it? What you doing, boy? Comes like back and say what's up, Cam.
What's happening, fellas? How's everybody doing?
All right, man. We here. We here for another one, man.
Yes, we are.
Most definitely, man. Episode number 353, man. We're breaking down Super Bowl 55.
FSP style.
Always FSP style.
You better damn know it.
Better damn believe it.
Let's kick it off. Best of the week, Weezy. What you got, man?
The best of the week for me was Tennessee, man. They finally got a head coach. Tennessee finally got a head coach, and the way they did it was they got a sneaky athletic director, so he's gonna get fired really soon. So they're gonna have another bad season. I like that. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Shout out to Yoski, man. Tough times for him. What about you, Jeff?
Man, I got two of them this week, man. First, young Caleb Plant, Nashville's own, got a big fight this weekend against Caleb Truex. It's going to be on Fox. You know, we love a good free fight, coach. So it's on free TV this weekend. Get to check that out. Definitely not missing that. And then also keep it in the boxing world. Looks like Floyd Mayweather versus old Jake Paul is getting postponed from February 20th. Hopefully that doesn't happen at all. Thank you, boxing gods, for that getting postponed and hopefully not ever happening.
I hope it's a forever infinity postponement.
Indefinite.
Indefinite, for sure. Coach, what you got? Best of the week.
Best of the week for me, man. Finished up my season this week, played our last game, man. Finished that thing out the right way, beat the brakes off somebody. So we finished the season 6-1 because of COVID. They shortened the season on us, but we finished the right way, man. So everything went all good. We didn't have no district tournament none this year because of COVID. They just let us play games. So still finished up good.
Yeah. Shout out to the guys, man. My best of the week is a 7-year anniversary, man. It's our pod-versary, fellas. Celebrate our 7.
Right.
Yeah, man. We appreciate every listener, subscriber, everybody that helps keep this well-oiled machine churning out 350-plus episodes, man. You're greatly appreciated. Keep telling a friend, man. Sure.
Hey, Weezy, you gonna dance for the celebration? You gonna give him a little Harlem Shake or something?
Go ahead. Harlem Shake it to the weight. Let's do it.
Nah, I can't do it. I ain't got no eyebrows, man. I'm having a bad moment right.
All right.
What about you ain't got nothing? You ain't got no victory dance for us?
Nah, man. Nah.
All right. Right back to you, man. Worst of the week. Clearly, we know what your worst of the week is, Weezy.
That's one of them for sure. I didn't know that shit. But my second worst of the week was stock market this week, man. It did some crazy things. It let me know all good investments are not good investments if they don't want it to be. Stock market was weird this week.
They don't want us to win, Weezy. They want to keep the common man down, man. That's all.
It was weird, man.
What you got, Jill?
All right, man. I'm gonna keep mine in boxing. After his knockout victory here late in 2020, Ryan Garcia called out Coach Lock's guy, Tank Davis. Called him out. Said he wanted to fight him. It was gonna be one of the biggest fights of 2021. What does Ryan Garcia do after calling out Tank Davis? Takes a fight with Manny Pacquiao. No one wants to see this, Ryan. We know what you're doing. We know the money's bigger with a Pacquiao fight. We get it. But you can't call out Tank, calling him this, saying this, you're going to whoop him, you're going to do all these things, then take a fight against the aging Manny Pacquiao. We know what you're doing, Ryan. We get it. But just know we see you. That's all I'm saying.
He might not want that smoke.
Oh, no. He got knocked down in his last fight. He realized something in that last fight. That chin ain't what he thought it was. And he's definitely going to get tested against Javante.
Yeah, I'm right.
What you got, Coach?
My worst of the week, man. Black woman got brutally assaulted in the Harlem liquor store after she turned him down. Come on, my man. He offered to buy her wine. She declined it, said no thank you. She walks out. a group of guys, including this guy, jump her outside. World be a better place, man. And your partners, they ain't nothing either because y'all watched them do it.
Facts.
Shit is that.
Shout out to the dudes that showed up the next day looking for him though. So once they got out, shout out to the guys that showed up looking for him and shut their liquor store down till they come till they show their face. Shout out to them.
Damn right.
Shout out to them for sure, man. My worst of the week. Damn, cause I thought you was that somebody got killed. I ain't gonna lie. That's rough. My worst of the week is Coach K. He went off on a student report after a loss. Coach K is struggling, like every college coach is with their basketball team right now. But he got to relax, man. He has since apologized, but can't take off on a kid like that. Looks ugly on you, Coach. I know you can't pass the bag out this year because Zion ran it hot. But listen, take these L's. Roy took those L's last year. Take these L's in stride like a man, dog. Hey, don't go off. Yeah, he said. At
least he can play.
Clown. Go ahead.
He said, what, Jack?
He said, what's your major? And so the kid's like, economics. He's like, think about taking the hardest econ test you've ever had, and you walk out of the test and somebody says, how could you do better on that test? I don't know. He's just, just old and crotchety. Hey, relax, Coach K. Take these L's, sorry ass team.
A kid better than me because I'd have said, I got to study better. Now, how you going to win your next game?
Yeah, it's a kid. He talking, he's a Duke kid. You just excited about the Coach K, man.
Come on, man.
Just blame it on COVID, Coach K. Like,
hell no. No, I ain't shooting no bail. They always shooting some bail. Stay classy, Coach K.
Stay classy, for sure.
Now, make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, IG, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and, of course, the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. How do you do that? Just search Full Sport Press Podcast. Now, when you get through doing that, make sure you check out the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast with Animal Brown and Spike Lee every Wednesday. The latest issue is up, the 2011 Revisited episode. They're going back in the time chamber again, tell you what happened out in 2011 about some albums that wasn't so good. So y'all make sure y'all check that out and give them a chat.
Show, man. Weezy, what was you doing in 2011, man?
It should be rich.
Nah, yeah.
I know what he was doing.
I was shaking 2011.
Lean with it, rocking with it.
Now that was before 2011. Really.
Nah, he was singing Marvin's Room. Definitely singing Marvin's Room.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! I was singing Marvin's Room.
You got that whole how that start with
Cups of the Rose.
What else?
Bitches in my old phone. You know?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Marvin's Room, Dirty Mac and at its finest, man.
Top tier.
Top tier.
Top tier.
For sure. Let's move right along, man, because it gets tricky with that Marvin's Room. Fresher than you ever. Featuring myself and my dog Animal Brown is a self-help fashion podcast directly related to improving everyday fashion. We have a monthly issue coming up soon in February, but between that time, check out the Would You Rocks on the IG page directly for the culture, man. Wear your kicks. Cop responsible. Also, Realville Family Patreon page features Full Sport Press, On Deck TV, Fresher Than Your Average, and much, much more. Join the Patreon family. Episodes are up right now. Support the team. Support the real. Jeff.
Yes, sir.
You have another episode, not an episode. Jeff, you have 10 good wrestling seconds. You already started the clock.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
All right, fellas. It's a big weekend. It's Royal Rumble weekend. Y'all ready for it? Another episode of Who Gets the W. All right, we're going to do it a little bit different this week because it is Royal Rumble, okay? I'm going to have 2 matches and 2 scenarios. All right? First match. For the Raw Heavyweight Championship, we got Goldberg going against the champ, Drew McIntyre. Coach Locke, who gets the W?
They better not get his shit to Goldberg. I'm going Drew McIntyre.
Weezy.
I'm going Goldberg, man.
Okay. J-Ho.
Give me Goldberg.
Oh, shit.
Going Goldberg myself. I'm going Goldberg as well. All right. And the next match is for the SmackDown Championship. We got Roman Reigns, he's the champ, versus Kevin Owens. J-Ho.
Give me Roman Reigns.
Coach Locke.
Got to go with Roman Reigns, man.
Weezy.
Kevin Owens.
Oh, it's a bad pick. And Roman Reigns.
They still remember some Jay saying he going with the easy pick.
All right. So next we got prediction, I should say, scenario. In the actual Royal Rumble match, you guys know how that works. It's 30 competitors. A person comes to the ring every 2 minutes. The winner gets a championship match at WrestleMania. All right. So who gets the W in the Royal Rumble? The favorites are Big E, Seth Rollins, Edge, Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar if he returns, or the Field. You take any of the 5 favorites or the Field. Coach Locke.
Give me the Field.
Weezy.
Seth Rollins.
So you take one of the 5 favorites, okay?
Yeah.
And J-Ho.
Give me the 5 favorites. Give me Daniel Bryan.
Okay. I'm going the Field. Going the Field. All right. And also, same scenario for the women's match. We got Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, or Nia Jax as the favorites or the Field. J-Ho.
Sticking with the favorites.
All right. Coach Locke.
Bianca.
Weezy.
I'm going to go with the Field on that one.
If they're smart, it's Bianca Belair. I'm going Bianca Belair. She's a superstar. And don't forget.
I think I saw a little bit of Bianca Belair this week.
Chat time, Chattanooga.
Oh.
Yeah. Track star.
You better make that real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Superstar athlete, man. So, as always, make sure you tune in each and every Thursday to 808s and Chair Shots. We got our Royal Rumble preview actually going to be uploaded this weekend. So make sure you tune in for that. And as always, you might not like it, but your auntie loves wrestling, man.
Real quick question.
What's up?
On Realville Media, Royal Rumble, who's out the ring first?
You, motherfucker.
Shit. No, I'm not. I
think I don't win.
I think Spike Lose is out of there first. I think that's all.
I think we all team up on M Extra. I think everybody just gang up on.
I ain't gonna lie, Twin got to go first.
Yeah, Twin. I forgot about Twin. Twin got to go first. Then I'm gonna get Sean Walsh out of there too. Sean Walsh got to go too. Sean Walsh got to go too. I'm clothesline him.
Sean Walsh gonna hit you with that forearm shiver, man. You ain't going nowhere.
I'm a clothesline Sean Walsh. He got to get out of there too.
Woo! Twins with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe. And more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
That the revolution will be podcasted. And before we start the first half, Weezy, do you have a yellow box of Cheerios award recipient for the listeners?
I do. This week's award recipient is Chad Wheeler.
Damn right it is. Damn right it is. Former Seattle Seahawks offensive tackle Chad Wheeler was formally charged Wednesday following his arrest on suspicion of felony assault, domestic violence. The woman told police that Wheeler, whom she's been dating for right around 6 months, has bipolar disorder. He had been taking his meds recently. She said Wheeler had a manic episode and was not provoked by any sort, but rather began suddenly, snapped, and went into a dark place and told her to stand up and bow to him. The actual rest of it is very graphic. Read on that if you want to. But yeah, man. The woman was taken to a hospital because of pain in her left arm. Scans revealed that she had a fractured humerus bone and a dislocated elbow in the arm and clear signs of strangulation. Wheeler was booked into King County Jail early Saturday morning and released after posting a $400,000 bail bond. Chad Wheeler. World be a better place, dog.
Yeah, world be a better place on his ass. World be a better place.
Right, man. Them pictures look bad, man. Pictures of her face look bad, dog. That was some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing, man. Like, when you have a mental disorder, gotta stay medicated. Just like being in a situation where you are diabetic, you don't take your metformin or your medication, you will be in trouble. And mental health is the exact same thing, man. So, yeah, man.
How you getting that to him, Weezy?
Shit, that might be on his way now. That might be on his way now. I need to whip his ass my damn self.
You don't want to show up, but you don't want to get that to him, Weezy.
Now, granted, you're going to need some help with him. You gonna need some
No,
help
don't.
with Jerry Wheeler.
I got a
boy.
6-shooter for that.
Okay, all right.
Oh, okay, all right. You guys ready to get started the first half?
Let's do. We don't need no incriminations here. Let's go.
Premeditated, Weezy.
The first half is underway.
First half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Before we get started, I am Jay Ho.
It's your boy, Big Jeff.
Weezy, what it do?
It's your man, Coach Locke.
Locke, where can they find you on social media, my brother?
And they can find me on Twitter and IG at Locke_the_great. That's THA. Get at me.
Yeah. Weezy, what about you, young?
I'm at FSP_Weezy on IG, and I'm at Hot Weezy on Twitter. I let
you are. Yeah, you are.
How I spell that Weezy, Jay?
Wrong.
Wrong.
Spell it wrong. Most definitely. Jeff, what about you, young?
I'm Jay Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
Yeah, you are. And I'm Jay Hove on Instagram and Twitter, man. Let's have a conversation on Twitter. Russell Westbrook picked another fight. Hey,
frustration, baby.
Frustration. You can't go out.
Westbrook, he ain't really about that. When you see somebody doing all this, you really don't want to fight.
I think he just don't want to get into a situation where he lose money. Because I think Russell Westbrook a fighter.
I think he'd fight.
I don't know. I seen him 2 times talk that big boy stuff and moving his head and stuff, and I ain't seen him throw a punch yet.
Yeah, it just ain't worth it to punch anybody anymore.
Especially this day and time in the league.
I think if Russ wasn't about that by now, somebody would have swung on Russ. He talk too much.
Yeah.
And he disrespectful with the talking too. Like it's always calling out the name.
Obnoxious.
Yeah. So somebody swung on Russ by now if he wasn't really about all that.
I agree. And I don't like him. I agree. Let's kick the first half off with some NFL talk, man. When the 2021 season rolls around, Deshaun Watson, all likelihood, going to be with the new team. The Pro Bowl quarterback has formally requested a trade from the Houston Texans after the relationship between the two sides deteriorated over the last few weeks and months, clearly. And Watson's MVP caliber talent and him just being 25 years old, he's going to be the biggest offseason prize out there. The league is looking for another star. The Texans have came out and said that Deshaun Watson will be their quarterback. The new coach that was announced said that he looks forward to working with Deshaun Watson. Is this going to happen, and who should make the move to get D. Watt? We'll start with you, Coach.
I don't know if it's going to happen with them saying that they're not going to trade him. And the part is going to suck if they don't trade him. Watson's going to be in a bad situation because he's going to be getting fined $50,000 per day for skipping training camp. He'll owe the Texans $5.4 million per year for each of the next 4 years for $21.6 million in unearned signing bonus money. And he would have to sacrifice $10.54 million in the 2021 salary if he doesn't play. So I don't see them getting rid of him if they don't really want to. Now, I pray that he goes to San Francisco. Those rumors are starting to become bigger. We know we had Jimmy Garoppolo that led us to the Super Bowl 2019. Injuries hurt us this year, but I've been on record saying you put Deshaun Watson with our healthy team and we Super Bowl bound, because with that running game, you got to respect it. But the fact that he can throw the ball down the field and the play action will demolish teams. So hopefully he's a 49 when it's said and done.
I hate to agree with Coach, but that sounds just about right. With the 49ers, because Jimmy Garoppolo and your coach, they don't like each other, and then the world's found out Jimmy Garoppolo really is not nice like that. So Jimmy Garoppolo may have a job open back up for him in New England too. It's there if he wants to go. But another thing is, I think that it probably won't happen, but he could very easily go to the Colts. They just don't want to send him to the same division. He could very easily go to the Colts and be a dangerous team. Very easy.
I've read that there are 17 teams that are looking to make this move. That's insane. 17 teams is insane, but it makes sense. Thinking about of those 17 teams, I can agree with most of them. Yeah. Well, I can agree with all of them, actually. Just don't let him go to Miami. Whatever you do, please I don't want to see him in Miami. I don't want to deal with that 2 games a year. I can deal with the quarterback they got now. He has to learn how to play football in the NFL. He got a couple more years before he's ready, if he's going to be ready, right? But Watson is ready. With that defense, that's scary. Nah, please keep him out of whatever you do. Just keep him out of Miami. And don't forget, he does have a trade clause in his contract. So he gets to pretty much to control wherever he goes anyway. So, yeah.
Man, I want him to go, of course. Now, listen, if it was up to me, he would come to San Francisco, ain't no question. But realistically, I think the team that has the most packages they could do for him is Denver, man. Denver. They can give up the number 9 pick, blend a couple of picks with that, possibly Drew Lock, and one of those running backs that they have. Put Houston in a sweet spot immediately to land a quarterback to either take Watson's place or have Drew Lock kind of figure out a year or two after that. But I just don't see if you're Deshaun Watson, which Jeff mentioned, he has a no trade clause. Do you want to battle with Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert for the next couple of years?
Hell no.
They do have Cortland Sutton and they do have Jerry Jeudy and a great tight end as well. But man, that defense in Denver is solid. But that division is rough. That's a rough ass division, dog.
But you go to Denver as soon as you pass if you get to the 50-yard line, there's points on the board. Stay in field goal range.
It's true.
So I mean that could be a good destination for him, man. I keep hearing about he likes the Jets in New York. I don't understand why.
He just wants a big market, and that's the only place that can give him a big market. Either Miami or I wouldn't want him to come in my division. I tell you that. Not with that defense in Miami.
Please stay out of Miami. Dear God. Like, again, no disrespect to Tua, because that's a good trade. That gives Houston a young quarterback to build on. And no, it does, right?
No. I was about to say, what about McShay? What about Todd McShay coming out and saying that Deshaun Watson will be a slight upgrade over Sam Darnold? A slight upgrade. The hell?
He wanted some more clicks. He wanted some attention. He wanted
With that strange part of the year. Super Bowl is about to happen. It's going to be real quiet for certain people in sports. They got to say stuff to stay relevant. You got to just skip over that type of shit. Nobody, we ain't here for
that. Facts.
But real quick before we end it, let's just be honest. The Texans should get the better end of this deal. They should get the better end of this deal no matter where he goes. With the picks they can get. They need to get the better end of the deal. Now they got to trade him. He don't want to be there.
What I'm saying is he controls where he goes. They can get Jacksonville can give him number 1 right now and get Trevor Lawrence. Jacksonville can say, look, take Trevor Lawrence. We'll take the established quarterback and build with him. But if he don't want to go to Jacksonville, it won't happen.
All right, so while we're talking about trades, we're going to talk about some more trades just in a different sport. Bradley Beal with the Washington Wizards, who leads the league in scoring at 34.5 points per game, is coming into his last contract year, but the season isn't going like he thought it was. They had Russell Westbrook come in. They thought that was going to help by pairing him with Beal, but it's not working. Westbrook has been inefficient, shooting 37% from the field, taking over 18 shots. He also leads the league in turnovers at 5.1. My question for you guys, should Brad Beal demand a trade to get out of Washington?
Real quick, I'm going to go say my piece real quick. Absolutely he should. But he needs to have, God rest his soul, one of them Kobe Bryant moments where Kobe Bryant said, man, y'all suck. Y'all take off my shoe. Y'all suck. He need to go and tell his teammates, y'all suck. I'm out here killing them.
Man, Russell hit him in his jaw.
Well, he needs to do that. Kobe did it, and they played better. He needs to go and tell them, man, y'all tripping. It's over with.
God rest the dead. Kobe was talking to Nick Young and the Smush Parkers of the world. Let's just be realistic about that moment. Great moment to watch. Talking to Rob Pelinka, all that. Yeah, cool. He wasn't talking to nobody that was really about nothing, though. Like, he was talking to a lot of sub-tier players. But moving on to the case in point. Bradley Beal is killing it. As Jay would mention a lot of times, a lot of empty baskets, a lot of empty points. It's 35 meaningless points. He's not doing anything to help anybody else on the field, on the court. He can score. He can score the best of them. Keep scoring, Brad. Like, do what you got to do. Demand a trade, blow it up. it's not really working. Scott Brooks can't coach. We know this. We've seen this. We understand this. That should have been the thing from the start. I feel bad for Bradley Beal. These are the best years of his life, and he's killing it. So I hope. I keep hearing that they're going to put together a package pause for him to go to the Lakers. That's scary. That just got real scary for him to go to the Lakers. That's terrifying to me. And we could just fast forward to the finals at that point. So yeah, he demand a trade, get out of there, blow it up, and just let Russ run roughshod and lose every game and have fun doing it.
They're doing that already, dog.
He's not having fun though. Apparently, he's trying to fight everybody every game. He's not having fun.
A Bradley Beal trade is inevitable. I think nothing has gone right for the Wizards for everything that Locke mentioned. Washington's got to start over, man. Beal needs a fresh start. I think one team that can do it. The Golden State Warriors. Trade Wiseman, either Oubre or it won't be Oubre, it'll be Wiggins. And a future first-round pick that they had with the Timberwolves because they got the T-Wolves pick from the Wiggins trade. It's top 3 protected and then unprotected in 2022. So Golden State, man, they got to live in the moment. It's top priority to keep Steph Curry happy. He's in his prime right now. You can't put him in a situation where he's just out there playing for meaningless time right now. So future without him and being happy and his peers putting together super teams, it's time for Golden State to go all in, man. And I think this Brad Beal trade is it. They got they got a top 3 pick. Dude, the Timberwolves trash. They got a 3rd worst record in the entire NBA right now.
Well, Cat hasn't played, Jay. You gotta remember that too.
Still, it don't matter. I'm just saying you still get that pick. And you get Wiseman. It's not gonna work. Wiseman's not gonna work in Golden State. They're too up and down. He's slow.
I don't know.
That's not gonna work.
It
might work anywhere else, but it's not working there.
Moving him to the bench was a smart move. 20 plus out the bench every night now.
Just saying, give me Brad Beal.
You can't pull the plug on that young man that quick, man. That's a lot.
If you get Brad Beal,
then next year you got Clay. You can't put Clay at the 3.
You should Clay 6'7".
Every night you want Clay checking the 3 every night?
He checks the 3 every night anyway.
He checks the 1 because they hide Steph. It depends on who they play.
He checks wings. The best wing person.
Depending on who they play, if it's the 1, he moves over to the 1 because they got to hide Steph. You know
the wing can be the point guard too. Whoever's the best wing person.
We're saying the same thing. Yeah. You can't hide Steph if he has to play the 3.
Brad Beal don't play no defense neither.
Exactly.
But they gonna beat the hell out of teams for sure.
I think they have to do this trade. It's a win-win for both teams. Bill gets to get out and be with a team that he can start over with, and the Wizards will get great access for him to go with their younger players and my boy Rui and Denny Avdija. The trade package that they got from looking at people like Houston and what they got for James Harden, it's only inevitable, and now the Wizards can start over with young talent. So to me, this is a win-win for both the Wizards and Brad Beal. So you got to make this trade happen.
Again, man, I hope it happens for Brad Beal. It just makes sense, but we'll see. Moving on. All right. We don't talk about this sport much, but it was a big event. Let's take it to the octagon, fellas. Dustin, the Diamond Poirier, I said it right that time, shocked the world, knocking out the notorious Conor McGregor in the second round of their rematch at UFC 257. Now, Conor McGregor was the heavy favorite and was looking forward to having boxing matches against Manny Pacquiao, other return matches against Khabib. Is Conor done, guys, at this point? What do you think?
Damn right he's done. He's done. He's been treated special for the last 2 or 3 years, over and over again, and he was supposed to come in and capitalize off this opportunity. The event was for him, Jeff. It was for him to win. He got his ass cooked. He sleeping shit on the damn floor. He want to be humble now. He would have been an arrogant prick, though, if he'd have won that fight. I get it. He's the money maker for the sport, but it's time to put that energy into some younger talent. He's done, man. And he's trying to get a rubber match. Listen, this 1-1. He going to beat your ass again. You get in there and play with dude again. So, pack it up.
Yeah, Conor McGregor needs to be done. And not only he messed with the church's money. He messed with UFC money on that one. That wasn't a plan. So I don't know if he took it lightly, but that wasn't good.
I don't think he's done. I think he took this fight lightly and he didn't train like he typically would. And I didn't see all of it. Just saw a couple of highlights of it. And apparently he was winning the fight from what I'm hearing. He wasn't losing. He just happened to get caught. And when all it takes in those UFC or boxing matches, get caught one time the wrong way and then you're done. So I think he will fight him again because the rumors are they talking about doing the part 3 or trilogy between them two because it was such a big draw. And now it'll bring in even more money because they've both beaten each other. It's 1-1. So this will break the tie. So I think he's going to fight him one more time. He's going to train a little more seriously, take it seriously, and then get this one last big payday. And then I think he'll get out of there and try to get into something like acting because we know he can act. We know he draws and sells tickets, everything. So I think he'll fight this guy one more time and then get into acting and get out of there.
I agree, Coach. I do think he takes a third fight with him. I think this, like, to take Weezy's quote, this messed up the church's money. Because I do think if he won this fight, he was out of there. He was going to fight like somebody like Pacquiao in a boxing match or someone like that, or one of the Paul brothers in an exhibition. And it was WrestleMania season. I know we joke about it all the time. He had Vince on line 2. Maybe not line 1, but he had Vince on line 2. He knew what Ronda Rousey did moving around WrestleMania at the time. And McGregor wants the check. And the check was in the WWE. He was headed that way. So he takes this third fight. Hopefully, like you said, Coach, he got caught. He was winning the fight. He got caught. He blamed it on ring rust, not taking the sport seriously. And we joke on this like all the time. Same thing happened to Nate Robinson. You cannot play combat sports. You just can't do it. This life commitment, dedication. Once you take that time off, once you get used to not getting hit in the face and then get hit in the face, it's a whole different ball game, man. So I don't think he's done, but he definitely lost some luster. And I think that hurt the UFC in the long run because they don't have the stars right now. Brock is gone. Khabib is gone. McGregor's lost. Rousey's lost. A lot of the big names out of there. So we'll see. You ready to move on to halftime?
Let's get it.
Let's do it.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime. In case you missed it. I do that right, Jay?
Yeah, you sound good. Huh?
Okay, cool. The Peacock network, that's NBC's streaming network, has acquired the WWE network for a multi-year $1 billion deal. With the B, guys. $1 billion deal. Now, if you break that down, this is the third $1 billion deal for the WWE in the last 3 years and the second to come from NBC Universal. They signed a $1 billion deal for the rights to broadcast Monday Night Raw, the 3-hour show that comes on each and every Monday night. And now they have another $1 billion deal to acquire the rights to the WWE Network, the streaming service that started it all, the first streaming service that I probably applied to, I subscribed to. So what that means is, going forward, the WWE's pay-per-views will be streaming live on Peacock. All of their original content from the WWE network. That's including all their podcasts, all their TV shows, their old pay-per-views, the WCW pay-per-views, the ECW pay-per-views. All of the stuff that we watch on the WWE network is now going to be available on Peacock. WWE Network was $9.99 to subscribe. Now Peacock is $4.99. We still get commercials with $4.99, but still, $4.99. And on top of that, when does this deal take place? March 18th, the WWE Network goes away and goes to Peacock. What happens on the 21st? The 2-night extravaganza of WrestleMania. Vince know how to get them checks, boy.
Yes, he does.
Jeff, I don't know how you snuck in 10 good wrestling seconds, but you pulled it off, bro.
Yeah, it's all right. I tried, man. It was a big week. Because this is the WWE's equivalent to the Super Bowl. It's going to be a 2-night event in Tampa Bay, 25,000 people on both nights. Wow. In the middle of a pandemic, it's going to be there. But it's going to be streaming live on the Peacock network for, again, $1 billion.
No, but if you got NBC with your cable, don't you get Peacock free?
I'm not sure. I know if you have a certain cable, a certain internet provider, you get you got internet, you got Peacock for free. but because it is NBC's streaming service. But they're going to acquire that, and it's over 1,700 hours of content that they're going to get, plus all of their live pay-per-views and live specials.
And it goes live this week? I mean, this
live,
year?
Yeah, March 18th this year.
Wow.
And WrestleMania is March 21st.
He getting that XFL money back. He know what he doing.
He bounced back from XFL.
Back.
Jeb, the question I got for you, I know everybody from Disney to Fox tried to buy WWE in the past, right?
Yep.
And I think SmackDown is the only person that's not airing on NBC, right?
Correct.
So is there a way that they're going to get, I'm sure they're going to probably get SmackDown soon, right? Once that deal with Fox expires. I think it's like 2024.
Yeah. Well, yeah. For $1 billion deal with SmackDown to go to Fox. And eventually, because they get the old episodes after a month, they re-air on the WWE network. I mean, it's a month old, but still, they still get them. So Fox tried. I mean, ESPN tried. We had this talk last year during the pandemic when ESPN was re-airing old WrestleManias and was flirting with airing WrestleMania last year. It didn't happen, but it was a talk at that point. But can't turn out a B. A B in the pandemic is nuts.
Bounce back. Yeah, Vince, man. Vince a dog. He bounced all the way back. For sure.
Good checks, Vince. Keep getting them checks.
Damn right. You guys ready to get started the second half?
Let's do it.
Get it.
The second half is underway.
Second half Super Bowl 55 breakdown. Show 353 of them things, man. Before we get started, I am J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your boy Weezy. What it do?
It's your man, Coach Lock.
Lock, we're inching closer and closer, man, to the biggest sporting event of the year. Kansas City Chiefs take on the Tampa Bay Bucks, Super Bowl 55 at Raymond James Stadium. It's going to be a departure from the norm for both teams this year because the NFC's Bucs operating as the home team. And when I say home team,
they play at the crib.
They at the crib. They get to sleep in their bed for sure. Now, before you make any Super Bowl 55 predictions or picks, the Chiefs and Buccaneers gang, it's time for FSP to do our annual Super Bowl breakdown. Let's kick things off with the quarterbacks. Who has the advantage and why? We'll kick things off with you, Weezy.
Oh man, I'm gonna say Tom Brady has the advantage on this. Not because of talent. Trust me, Patrick Mahomes is a talented quarterback, can throw the ball from all over the field, on the run, behind his back, no look passes, all that. But Tom Brady, I trust him with the experience and where this team has grown this season. They're grown this season, and it's because of Tom Brady. It ain't Bruce Arians. It's not the offensive coordinator. It's Tom Brady, and this is what he do right here. He plays the best when they say he can't do something. You remember when he got suspended the first 4 games for Bounty Gate or whatever it was, or the flat ball, Deflategate?
Deflategate.
He came back and won a Super Bowl and they said he couldn't do it. And it motivated him. He wanted to play at home. He wanted to play without Belichick. He's motivated. Give me Tom Brady at the advantage of the quarterback position right now.
I like that. And I like the motivation part. Here's the thing. It's like the Spider-Man meme when they point at each other, but this time one Spider-Man is a little bit older than the other Spider-Man. So this Spider-Man got gray hair. The Spider-Man still got a full head of hair. So Pat is the same way. Patrick Mahomes is the same way. Some idiots in the news media tried to compare Josh Allen to Patrick Mahomes last week. Patrick Mahomes took that personal. Throughout the game, let it be known he took it personal. And you see what happened to my beloved Buffalo Bills when that happened. So I see what you're saying, Weezy, but I think Patrick Mahomes sees this as, oh, word, y'all still think the old man got something on me? Let me show you that it's now my league. And that's what he's going to do. So I think the advantage is Patrick Mahomes.
I agree, Jeff. I think Pat gets this advantage. It's just Brady, he's motivated. I get it. But at the end of the day, Father Time is undefeated. We saw Brady make a lot of uncharacteristic throws against the Packers because the rush got to him and he couldn't move. Patrick Mahomes can move. If they try to rush him, he can avoid the sack, make the crazy throws down the field. So I think this is just more so of a youth and age Father Time situation. If it was 7, 8, 9 years ago, Yeah, Tom Brady for sure. Even if you put Pat Mahomes in here, because he has the experience. Pat Mahomes has won the Super Bowl too, but let's just say Brady's been there a lot more. But with that being said, give me Pat Mahomes for the advantage.
Yep. Me and Jeff's guy, Jameis Winston, looked very similar to Tom Brady in this NFC Championship game. Threw 3 picks.
I'm cutting this shit up.
That's the only difference between the two. Tom Brady just made better decisions throughout the year, and Jameis made some bad ones. That is the difference between the quarterbacks right now at this age. Jameis Winston is just as good as Tom Brady right now, 100%. He just doesn't have it between the ears to make the right decisions. That's it. At 43 years old, however old he is, Tom Brady can't carry a team. That defense carried that team, dog. He's a special quarterback, which is in a system. Offense does put him in positions to make throws that he's capable of making. He can make those throws. Can't make all the throws. Patrick Mahomes is special, man. But the pressure is all on Patrick Mahomes. Tom Brady is playing with house money on Super Bowl 55. But give me an advantage to the Chiefs for sure. Let's move right along to the running backs. Who has the advantage at the running back position and why, Weezy?
For this position, I'm giving it to the Chiefs. It's not the rookie running back either. It's the Williams guy. That he should have won MVP last year at the Super Bowl. He should have won MVP last year. He wasn't going to play this year. He was going to sit off of COVID because he wanted a new contract, but he played. This running back is highly underrated. Highly underrated. I think he's one of the X factors of the game. And the Tampa Bay's running backs, they running back by committee. Leonard Fournette's got a little old juice going, and Ronald Jones is hurt. Ronald Jones is the best runner, but he's hurt. He's not 100%. But the Williams guy for for Kansas City, he's a good running back. Should have won MVP last year Super Bowl.
I like that. Williams definitely had a big game last Super Bowl. And is definitely consistent in that backfield. Edwards-Helaire, I mean, he's got the talent. He hasn't done it all year. And then you have Le'Veon Bell just in case, right? Just in case. Tampa Bay's running backs, I don't know what to say about them. Like, they'll have a great game, and then you won't. I mean, it's not consistent from them. Like you said, Weezy, Ronald Jones is hurt. So by default, I'm going to go with Kansas City with this.
I'm going to go with a wash. Tell you why. Leonard Fournette has showed up lately. He scored a touchdown in all 3 playoff games of the Bucs since they've been in the playoffs. Edwards-Helaire, he did return after missing 3 games with injuries, and he saw limited work. They got the extra week because it's Super Bowl, but we know those ankle injuries, they linger, especially when they're wrapping their hands around you and tackling you. So that's going to have an effect. Like Weezy mentioned, he did have Darrell Williams, and they got Le'Veon Bell, like Jeff mentioned, to complement him. But I think even though Ronald Jones is hurt, it's this kind of situation with Edwards-Helaire. And Leonard Fournette has figured something out. I don't know what. I don't know if they're scheming, but he's been playing well these last games. So for that reason, I'm just going to call this one a wash.
I got the Bucs here, man. Leonard Fournette is playing for his life right now. He's playing for a contract. Really picked it up, like Locke mentioned, throughout the playoffs. Ronald Jones is a capable change of pace back. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is supposed to be the best running back in this game, but he's just not playing up to snuff right now. If the Chiefs ever play Le'Veon Bell, I think it will give them more of a dynamic pass catcher in the backfield. You can work the clock, protecting that lead. But with no Le'Veon, I got to go with the Bucs right here, man. Moving right along to the receivers and tight ends. Who has the advantage and why, Weezy?
You want to go first on this? Anybody else want to go first?
I go.
Go ahead.
I go. If we split them up to go receivers and then had a tight end category, I may have done this differently. But since we're going to combine it, I'm going to go with the Bucs. Simply because you give me Godwin, you give me Evans, you give me old Scotty, then you throw in what's left of Gronk, you throw in Cameron Brate. That's a lot. Kansas City has, when you name them off, they have number 1 and possibly number 2 when you throw Hill and Kelsey, but you don't bring in Mecole Hardman until after you name everybody else from the Bucs. Let's just be honest. Or what's ever left of Sammy Watkins. whatever left of him. So with me, if we're going to combine these two categories together, I'm going to go with the Bucs.
I gotta agree with Jeff on that one. Like everybody's like, don't get me wrong, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, good, but the team, the wide receiver core at Tampa Bay is great. It's great, man. Mike Evans, Antonio Brown's healthy. He's gonna play this year. He's gonna play next week. Scotty Miller, maybe he's not the fastest on the field because of Tyreek Hill, but he's just as fast. Not just as fast, but you know what I mean. He's probably the second fastest person besides him and McCole. I've got McCole Harbin. No, he's not. Let me cut that one, please. Cut that one. But yeah, I want to go with the wide receiver and tight end court at Tampa Bay.
I'm going with 2 words: Travis Kelce. The Chiefs. Hill and Evans, they cancel each other. Goodwin, Hardman, they cancel each other. Watkins, who will probably be back, he's going to cancel AB because AB hasn't been AB that he's been in Pittsburgh. Gronk, compared to Kelce, Gronk can still be useful. We know that, but he's old. He cannot do the things that Travis Kelce can do. He's the top tight end in the NFL. He broke the record with 1,400 yards, 1,416 to be exact in 2020. And he scored at least 1 touchdown in 6 consecutive games with 2 scores in the AFC Championship game. So I think Travis Kelce gives the eggs to the Chiefs in this.
This is where I have my tie, man. Both teams have elite offensive players on both sides of the ball. Man, Chiefs have the best tight end in the game. Bucs have the best X receiver with Mike Evans. Chiefs are more of a dynamic playmakers, game-breaking ability with Tyreek Hill, McCole Hardman, and the corpse of Sammy Watkins. It's just pretty even at the wide receiver and tight end position. If Gronk was Gronk, then it might be a different situation. But Cameron Brate plays really well. I think this is my wash, man. I'm going my wash with receivers and tight ends.
Like, you gave a lot of credit to McCole Hardman comparing him, saying he watches Chris Godwin, though. That's a lot of credit.
That's
to
a
him.
lot.
Hey, man, because he going to make up. Well, never mind. We'll get to that.
Yeah, sure. Let's move on to the offensive line. Jeff, we'll kick off things with you. Who has the advantage and why?
Chiefs line is banged up. That's it. If not, I would go with them. But no, they're banged up. Give me the Bucs. Give me the Bucs lineup. They got to keep Tom upright. It's gonna be difficult, but they're gonna have to, because if not, they're not gonna be in this game. You talk about pressure. The pressure's on the Bucs line more than anything. They got to keep them upright.
Yeah, I think the Bucs. I'm over the Bucs too because Eric Fisher's out. The Bucs line would be great. They got 2 rookies playing, but they've been doing good in the playoffs. They've been skating up the system. They've been doing decent in the playoffs, man. Tom Brady got them boys coached up, and they know they can't. They can't get him because he's gonna cuss them out. They know that.
I gotta go with the Bucs also, man. The Chiefs, the big thing is everybody knows is Fisher, left tackle, suffering an Achilles injury that hurt the Chiefs. That's that blind side of Pat Mahomes. So they're gonna have to insert somebody in who they didn't think was gonna have to play, which they got somebody, but the Bucs have most of their regular starting line. So I gotta go with the Bucs and give them the advantage.
Yeah, that's a clean sweep, man. The Bucs, Tom Brady's been under pressure 24% of his dropbacks this season. That's the 4th best in the entire NFL. You got Tristan Wirfs. He's a rookie. He's already playing at an all-pro level. That's a real rarity. And Jeff can attest to that you see for an offensive lineman that's a rookie. With him and Marpet, it's cornerstones for that entire offensive line. No Mitchell Schwartz. Duvernay Tarf isn't there. And now Eric Fisher not being there for the Chiefs, man. They are banged up. Bucs all the way with this one. Let's move right along to the defensive line. Weezy, who has the advantage and why on the defensive line?
I think the Bucs got the advantage on this one. I said this last week in our exclusive show, and Animal Brown looked at me like I was crazy, and they sacked Aaron Rodgers 3 times. They got Donkey Kong Sue. They got Vita back. They got Jason Pierre-Paul with 9 fingers, and they're doing great. I don't understand. I got the Bucs.
More should be said about JPP continuing his career after that incident happened. That's a good point, Weezy. Like, the fact that he's still playing at a pretty decent level after that, Yeah, with the special gloves and everything. It's pretty awesome to see. I think Locke had a wash, Jay had a wash. I think this is going to be my wash for the defensive line. I think more is riding on what Kansas City can do with their line. The more pressure, because the more pressure they can produce, the easier this game becomes for their offense. So I think it's more riding on them, and I think and I believe Kansas City is going to show up. But then, like Weezy said, across the board, the talent on Tampa Bay's defensive front, that's a who's who of defensive linemen right there. They may be past their prime for some of them, like Sue or JPP, but you still respect their game, though. You respect their game. So I think to me, this is the wash.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I know the Bucs, they have Sue, like Jeff mentioned, but having Chris Jones, who is one of the top interior pass rushers, having a 7.5 sacks, gives them that advantage. And then you put in somebody like Frank Clark, who had 2 sacks in the AFC Championship game. I think that gives the edge to the Chiefs. Not by a lot, because like Jeff mentioned, you got Pierre Paul, who's playing great still. But I got to go the Chiefs just because of Chris Jones.
The Chiefs are paying 2 defensive linemen at least $20 million a year. And those are the people that Locke mentioned with Clark and Jones. Here's the thing. Jones been playing pretty solid. But Clark, for the consistency of the entire year, he's been playing like shit. The ace in the hole for Tampa Bay's rush, Tampa Bay's defense was built off the rush. So JPP playing at a high level, Shaq Barrett playing at a high level, Vita Vea being back closer to 100%, and Sue's still productive after his long, tenuous NFL career, man. So I'm going with the Bucs on this one as well, man. It's a lot of Bucs wins right there, man. A lot of Bucs wins.
It's been to say this.
It's a lot of Bucs wins. Let's move on to the linebackers. Hello. Who has the advantage and why, Weezy?
This one should be unanimous across the board. The Bucs, right? I think this is where they're gonna win. This is where they're gonna win the game at. I think the Bucs linebackers can match up with Travis Kelce. I think I got the Bucs linebackers. Yes, it is true too, Jay. Yes, it is.
Oh boy, that's the clip people gonna remember when this show airs and Kansas City wins by 2 or more touchdowns. That's the clip they're gonna remember right there.
They ain't going by no 2 touchdowns, Jay. You crazy as hell.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. But I agree. Tampa Bay on paper, their linebackers are probably better. I think their linebackers have to play better this week, because if they don't do anything to Travis Kelce or make it difficult for him to catch it, he's gonna go for 150. So they got to play. So I'll go with the Bucs as well by default.
Weezy, there's not one linebacker in the NFL that can guard Travis Kelce. Sorry. Close, but not one. Not going to happen. As good as Devin White is, he's become a superstar after getting 140 tackles and 9 sacks. Levante David is playing like the former All-Pro that he used to be. And they got Shaquille Barrett, who left the league in sacks, even though he's on the line. But it's just the Bucs. It's not even close. The Bucs have the advantage for these linebackers.
Yeah, ain't even close. Levante David has been one of the more consistent pieces for the Bucs since 2012 when he entered the league. And they drafted Devin White to be his replacement. And Devin White finally found his way this year. Tampa Bay has the best middle linebackers that we've seen, I think, as far as a tandem since Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman, man. Kansas City's been searching for a good coverage linebacker for a few seasons. They can't find it. That is the Chiefs' weakness. They don't have enough versatile players in the secondary to kind of mitigate a person that you can hold a tight end. Cameron Brate's going to run wild against that. Dude, listen, Edmonds, and I love Edmonds. He was trying to guard Kelce, and it was barbecue chicken. It was chicken. It was tough for the kid. So, yeah, man, advantage Bucs for sure. Secondary, who has the advantage and why, Weezy?
I feel like a homer on this one, but I'm gonna go with the Bucs again. Secondary, they got 2 safeties. The Bucs have 2 safeties right now that's playing out of their mind. Antoine Winfield Jr. and the other safety got hurt. They're playing out of their mind right now. They will make your ass fumble the football, and they're gonna make somebody fumble the football. And the corners are just okay, but I like the safety help. I know they have the honey badger over there, but I like the Bucs.
You said it. They got the Honey Badger. He's like another coach on the field for Kansas City in that secondary. I made a statement last week. I said we got Stephon Diggs and they don't. They took Stephon Diggs away. That secondary did that. So anybody can do that for what our offense was right there. Anybody can do that. Give me that secondary and that scheme. Whatever they're doing, give me that secondary.
Pass the collection plate, Jeff. Pass it. Because Tyrann Mathieu is one of the best safeties in the league who can do it all. And he gives the Chiefs that edge. You needed him to come up into the box, make the tackle, he gonna do it. You needed him to guard somebody, he gonna do it. You need to take the top off the offense, he gonna do it. And that's what separates the Bucs and the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
Here's the thing, man. I gotta go with Weezy on this, man. The Bucs got the better secondary. Jamel Dean, Carlton Davis gave the Bucs impressive corner plays throughout this entire season. And then they did not expect Winfield to play the way that he's been playing as a rookie. You got Whiteheads playing. They'll be back healthy. Tyrann Mathieu drives that entire KC defense. There's no question about that. Just a lot of responsibility on him trying to slow down that potent offense of a lot of players. The Bucs have the better overall defense. That Chiefs secondary, just not enough, man. Not enough. Special teams, who has the advantage of wide, Weezy?
Special teams. I'm gonna go with Kansas City on this one, man. I'm gonna go with Kansas City with special teams, even though I like Suck Up the place kicker for the Bucs. But Kansas City's special teams are more consistent. Cole Hardman, his passes got on the field when special team is on the field. I'm gonna go with Kansas City on that one.
I go with Kansas City as well. As long as it's not a 33-yard kick, Booker doesn't miss. As long as it's not 33 yards. He can't kick from 33 yards, though. So if they can give me 33, they got a shot. Anywhere else, he's not going to miss. So I'm going with Kansas City with Booker and Hardman after that fumble. I mean, that's not going to happen all the time. Like, that's not something he's going to do consistently. In fact, like we just said, fastest guy on the field. So give me the Chiefs.
I agree, Jeff. PAT is not his strong point at all, but you have somebody that's almost just as fast as Tyreek Hill that you can put back there on punt return and kick return. Like you mentioned, he has been having those issues fumbling, not just his last game, but some games before that too. But I'm still going to put my chips on Hardman, so give me the Chiefs.
Yep, I'm going with the Chiefs as well. Andy Reid's longtime special team coach, who is also his head assistant coach, Dave Tao, is there, man. Give a chance to run his own team soon, but top 5 special team unit, going with the Chiefs for sure. Now let's move on to the predictions, man. Super Bowl 55, the spread right now is Kansas City's favored by 3 points. The over and under is 56.5. Who wins and why, Weezy?
My money's on Tom Brady. On the money line to win straight up. I just think I think this game's gonna be close. I think this game's gonna come down to the first mistake, who can capitalize. Like last week, Tom Brady threw 3 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers couldn't score points after that. Aaron Rodgers threw an interception. Aaron Rodgers fumbled. I mean, they fumbled twice. Tom Brady scored points. Who else will score points? So I'm rolling with the Bucs and Tom Brady's experience in the Super Bowl, man.
No, I'm not mad at that. I can understand why you do that, but I don't see how Kansas City can lose this. If they play Kansas City football, I just don't see Tom being able to make enough plays to score enough with them. That's all. Tampa Bay is on a dream season, dream run, but I think it stops here, and I do believe Kansas City wins by a touchdown or more.
Weezy, if everything you said, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to be able to get that pressure on Brady and make him throw those uncharacteristic throws just like the Packers did. But just like you mentioned, the difference will be Kansas City is going to score on those turnovers. They're going to score touchdowns and not field goals. The Packers, they scored on them a couple of times, but they could not punch it in the red zone. The Chiefs are going to score. So for that reason, I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
Woo. So last week I bet against Tom Brady.
Damn right you did.
The Bucs have the Keep on, dog. The Bucs have the first true home field advantage in the Super Bowl, and their defense plays absolutely out of their mind on turf. Got impact players everywhere. Devin White, Shaq Barrett, Jason Pierre-Paul. Got the secondary. Bucs are 4-0 against the spread in the last 4 games as underdogs, man. I got to go with the defense. It ain't got shit to do with Tom Brady. Because you know Tom Brady didn't win that game. The defense won that game. Let's keep it a bean. The defense won that game. And I got the defense winning again. Bucs winning 20. It's hard to repeat. Dog. Can't go back-to-back in the NFL. That shit ain't happening. 27-24, Tom Brady. He's the great white hope, man.
He won me money.
Oh, man, that hurts saying because I ain't never went with Tom Brady in a Super Bowl, dog. So I might be the bad luck. Let's move on to the prop bets, man. There's only one way to watch a Super Bowl with friends, family, food. Not this year. COVID.
Nope.
A ridiculous amount of wagering on the most irrelevant parts of the game. Prop bets will make a national holiday very fun. It's a true celebration all the way down to Gatorade color and also the coin toss. Let's kick things off with how long will it take Jasmine Sullivan and Eric Church to sing the U.S. national anthem? Now, the over is 1 minute and 59 seconds. The under is under 1 minute and 59 seconds. What you got, Weezy? Over or under?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go over. It's gonna be a lot of emotion in that one. Long-winded. It's gonna be a lot long-winded. Jasmine Sullivan ain't been out in a while. She got a new album. She gonna let the world know. I think I'm going over 2 minutes. Let me write that down. I'm betting that over 2 minutes.
Oh shoot, boy. Over 1 minute 59 seconds. Yeah, I take the over. Just the runs, Jasmine Sullivan with the runs, with the America. Oh yeah, give it to me. Yeah, Jasmine Sullivan over.
This is easily going over. It's gonna be all kind of ad libs put on them notes. She's gonna be holding them long, high pitched notes. This might be the easiest bet out of all the prop bets, man. She's definitely gonna take over 1 minute and 59 seconds.
Now, guys, I probably should have read this before, but the average length of the Super Bowl national anthem over the past 25 years is 1 minute and 15 seconds. Yeah. So I'm still taking the over, though.
That's the average.
That's the average. Yeah, I'm still taking the over. I'm still taking the over. Yeah, she's going to listen. I think her mom is sick, too. Yeah, taking the over. For sure. Let's move right along to the coin toss. Heads or tails? Let me give you guys some facts really quick. 6 of the last 7 Super Bowls have been heads. The team losing the Super Bowl coin toss won 60% of the time. And head is the winning coin toss battle in the Super Bowl at a rate of 28-26. Heads or tails, fellas?
Tails never fails, man. I'm going tails this year. Let me write that down. Tails.
Yeah, that's 6 of the last 7 years did it for me. Tails.
I didn't even need to hit that 6 of the last 7. I already had tails picked.
I'm going heads, man. I'm going heads for sure.
Bet you is.
I'm going heads for sure.
The bad luck gonna strike twice. Coin toss Van Brady.
Let's move right along to any offensive or defensive lineman to score a touchdown. Yes is plus 800. No is minus 2,000. Weezy, yes or no?
The odds are great, but I'm going to go no. I ain't going to mess with that one. I'm going to go no.
It's a prop bet. Yeah, it's a prop bet. You put a little $10, $15 on it just to have a good time. And I got KC doing a tackle eligible throw on the goal line. Give me a yes. Yes.
I like that, Jeff. That's right up Benjamin's and Ed Reed's trick book. I like that. But I'm still gonna go no.
Jeff knew in week 3, Eric Fisher caught a touchdown against Baltimore. Only reception of the season. So, even with that being said, Eric Fisher ain't there, and that's who they practiced it with. No, it ain't happening.
What about a tip pass and somebody catching one of the big offensive line catcher or defensive line catcher?
It's a no for me, dog.
Hey, man. Every time a lineman scores a touchdown, an angel gets his wings. That's all that matters to me. So we good.
That's right, Jeff. Moving on to the next prop bet. Final play of the game to be a quarterback kneel. Yes is minus 200. No is plus 159. What you got, Weezy?
I'm gonna go no. It's gonna come down to a last play or somebody got to catch a first down or something like that. I'm gonna go no.
I don't think this game comes down to a last play, but I don't see the last possession being very meaningful. So it won't be a kneel down. It'll be somebody that's down by a couple of touchdowns or a touchdown, just trying to get down the field to be representable. So yeah.
God, you got them losing by a couple of touchdowns. That's wild.
I'm going to go with yes on this one. I think the team that's going to be down is not going to score the last possession. The defense is going to get the stop, and then they're going to kneel to go home. So I'm going to go with yes on this one.
Yeah, man. Both of these quarterbacks, terrific managers of the clock. So I 100% agree. Yeah, this is definitely going to have a quarterback kneel situation. Moving on to the Super Bowl MVP. Quarterbacks minus 150 and non-QB is plus 500. And the Super Bowl MVP has gone to a quarterback 55% of the time in the Super Bowl. Over the past 15 years, that number has climbed to 66%. Quarterback, non-quarterback, Weezy?
Non-quarterback. I think it's going to be a running back. I think it's going to be a running back this year. I'm probably wrong, though, but hey. It'll be running.
I'm going non-quarterback as well. Wide receiver. Wide receiver 1 from the winning team. Whoever the winning team be, wide receiver 1.
I'm going to stick with the script here. I'm going to go quarterback MVP for sure. It's going to be spread around. And the quarterback is going to have all those touchdowns, all those yards. So I'm going to go quarterback.
I'm going non-QB, and it'll be a defensive player. So it's my pick. Sure.
No way. What if it's Antonio Brown, dude? Would the NFL let it happen? What if Antonio Brown wins MVP?
It'll never happen. It will never happen. And last but not least, the granddaddy of them all. What color liquid will be poured on the winning coach of Super Bowl 55? Colors are orange, plus 150, red, plus 225, lime green or yellow, plus 250, clear, water, plus 800, blue, plus 800, and purple is 1,000. Here's some facts. Orange has been the most popular Gatorade color dumped on a winning coach in the past 20 Super Bowls, 25% of the time. 4 of the last 20 Super Bowls had no Gatorade dump at all, and 75% of those were with the Patriots. Bill Belichick was not going for that. What color liquor will be poured?
Well, there will be Gatorade poured because nobody's a party pooper like Bill Belichick. I'm gonna go clear. I'm going with the odds plus 800. I'm going clear.
Give me the red for plus 225.
Sticking with the old faithful. Give me the blue for the plus 800 because I bleed blue.
Bleed blue?
I'm going with Jeff. Nah, I'm going to go lime green yellow plus 250.
Oh, shit. That won't happen. I'm going to take that bet off. I ain't betting that shit. Lime green.
Hey, Weez, you know what is happening Super Bowl Sunday, though?
What's that?
Them wings going on that grill.
Ooh, on the grill. God, I missed that. You know, I've watched the last maybe 4 or 5 Super Bowls at Locke's house.
Yeah, nah, for sure. It ain't been the last 3 years, I tell you that.
Nah, it hasn't been the last 3. But before that, it was a run.
It was a run.
Yeah, boy, a run. Dog, man. Hey, those probably something to pay attention to. That's cool. I'm excited about keeping an eye on those. But 100%, man, we appreciate it. Everybody, you know, just, hey, man, 7 years of anything, y'all. Woo!
Hell of a run.
A long time. This is what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of people don't have 7 episodes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On 7 years. No one needs either. What needs a lot of phone calls. What needs?
You make your job harder than what it could be, though. I ain't had a call with Locke yet.
Yeah, I bet you have. I totally believe that. I bet you have. You had a phone call with Jeff? Jeff, you had a phone call yet?
Yeah, I get a couple. I go rogue a little bit sometimes. You know, we got real.
Yes, you do.
And we're gonna have to post these for sure, man. After a few days after this episode is aired, so you guys can compare our predictions for these things.
Yeah.
Any bets? Anybody want to make any bets? I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Here you go.
I'm just asking.
Here you go.
No? Okay, that's fine. I ain't gonna put pressure you.
Yeah, for sure. You know, what we can do, Weezy, is
what can we do?
They got some stuff. I saw it on the Instagram ad, and you can get a little bit more color in your eyebrow.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I don't have eyebrows. It's crazy. I did not know that to this
Tweet us with your questions.
Light shines, right? The light shines on you, brother.
Yeah, man.
That's that. I ain't gonna sleep down. That's disappointing when I found that.
Tweet us with your questions.
Look at this shit.
Follow Full Sport Press.
Yeah, for sure. Don't forget to comment. Give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Shit. Next week I'm gonna have eyebrows on. I'm gonna fix this shit. Next week I'm gonna have eyebrows.
I bet you will. You gonna get them. You gonna color them joints in.
I'm just saying next week. I'm not gonna go out with no teeth. And I'm
Beijing eyebrows.
You can tattoo your eyes now. You can tattoo them joints.
I'm not going out with no teeth and no eyebrows. I'm having one of the two.
You ain't gonna have what ways?
I'm not gonna go out with no teeth and no eyebrows. I gotta have one of the two. Damn that.
On the page, man. Yeah. Please rate and subscribe. Please. Don't forget to tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend that got eyebrows, man.
But not Weezy. Weezy.
Everything paid for, even eyebrows.
Not your eyebrows. Not your eyebrows. You didn't pay for those. Coach Locke.
Get a drummer song, man.
Yeah.
As we find out every week, the camera's always on, brother.
Damn right. What is that from going in the oven and getting stuff?
I don't know whether for
you done burnt them off.
Yeah, burnt them off for sure. You remember Hannah Storm? She was cooking and her shit was boom. And her shit, yeah, for sure. The Revolution will be podcasted. We are out.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.
The Revolution will be podcasted.